Welcome, Sagittarian. Whatever is going on in this period, there is the energy of a judgment call because they're recognizing what an Aquarian have done. They recognize that an Aquarian didn't speak the truth. There is a lot of problems. There's a lot of headaches. It could be that you, Sagittarian, are recognizing that a Libran didn't speak the truth. You are going to be successfully over some sort of a legal situation because I see they're recognizing that there was some form of injustice that was created. Communication is going to be, they're going to be recognizing that some sort of a communication that was given in January. A lot of you, Sagittarian, who had given some sort of a information before was not based on truth or was not based on facts. They're now going to be getting to the bottom of the situation and it's going to be digging deeper to find out the truth of a situation. A Libran is going to become your greatest enemy because a Libran is now in a whole lot of problems because they're gaining knowledge and recognizing that a Libran didn't speak the truth. So, is it you, Sagittarian, or is this a Libran? Because information is coming out where there is going to be a lot of worries and a judgment call is going to be coming up, Sagittarian. So you have to be aware of this, Sagittarian, that there is some serious issues that is going to be coming up. And I see the energy of the sun is showing up things about a Libran, that a Libran didn't speak the truth. For some of you, it's a Libran. For some of you, it's a Sagittarian. Okay. So February is going to be a really successful time. February is going to be showing up details, information, documentation, that was either hidden or communication, that was not based, that people had given out that was not based on factual truth. Some of you, Sagittarian, could be winning some sort of legalities, but some of you, Sagittarian, some sort of a communication that you gave a Libran or that a Libran gave to you is not based on factual truth. There's a lot of worries that is going to be coming up in the month of March. So what we see is January communication is coming at you, but in February, you're going to be finding out the truth that this information in January was not based on truths. In March, there is going to be a lot of worries, okay? And the worries is for a Gemini. And a Gemini, they're now going to be recognizing that a Gemini did not speak the truth. Whoever this Gemini is, whatever is transpiring, a Gemini is going to be fired in March because they're going to be recognizing that a Gemini created some sort of an illusion. A lot of you, Sagittarian, is going to be recognizing that a Gemini mastermind a plan. And a Gemini is going to be fired because they recognize that a Gemini created a whole lot of problems. And they're going to be seen through the illusion of a Gemini. So a Gemini is going to be fired because a Gemini is now worried because some sort of a documentation, communication, some sort of a data came out and they're now recognizing that a Gemini did not speak the truth. So you have in your foundation the energy of the Four of Swords, and the energy of the Four of Swords is so positive and is so good because this energy of the Four of Swords is giving out details, information that is going to be giving you, Sagittarian, like a big win. Whatever is happening and transpiring in your foundation, they're now going to be recognizing that in the past, a Libran has communicated something that is not based on factual truth. And this Libran and this Gemini, they're now seeing that this Libran and this Gemini created a way of creating some sort of a chaos so that you, Sagittarian, would have get up and get out of a situation. And it's as if they push your button, Sagittarian. Whatever is happening, whatever is transpiring, they're going to be recognizing how a Libran and a Gemini had co-created and collaborated a plan to remove you, Sagittarian, out of a position and they're not going to be recognizing. So Sagittarian, you're going to be having a huge success. And if you're a cross watcher and is watching this and recognize that you were played by a Libran and a Gemini, this Gemini is going to be fired because they're not going to be recognizing that data and information that this Libran gave up, or information that a Gemini gave up was not. So a Gemini, problems for a Gemini. Problems for a Gemini and a Libran, because a Libran could have given a Gemini some sort of a documentation or information, and they're going to be recognizing that it's not based on facts. People are now going to be getting to the bottom of a situation and recognize that this data and information belongs to someone else, and that a Libran was the one who gave a Gemini. So I see a Gemini is now in a whole lot of problem. They recognize that a Gemini didn't speak the truth. They recognize that data and information a Gemini has is not theirs. They're now gaining a whole lot of understanding and gaining a lot of details and information about a Gemini, and some sort of dishonesty of a Gemini, and some sort of issues that was created, and a Gemini created these issues. Okay, so a Gemini is now worried because a Gemini, they're onto a Gemini and they're recognizing that a Gemini co-created a situation in order to dissolute a lot of people. So if you recognize, some of you Sagittarian, you could be the one with problems who access details and information, created documentations, and they're going to be recognizing this. So for some of you, it could be you, a Sagittarian, that is going to be dealing with this issue. But for some of you Sagittarian, you're going to be recognizing that legal documentations, a Libran could have created some sort of a illusion over some sort of a legal documentation. So Sagittarian, be aware of this situation that is transpiring, because they're going to be recognizing that there is illusion of eluding some sort of documentation. They're going to be recognizing. So Sagittarian, I don't know what this is all about, but it has a connection with a Libran and a Gemini. And the Sun is success for a whole lot of you Sagittarian, but for a whole lot of you Sagittarian, it can be this half of you is having some sort of a success, but half of you is like information is being shared that you Sagittarian was not aware of, and this is going to be given. So this quarter is that January someone lied, and in February they're going to be having details and information to see that someone lied, and in March a Gemini is going to be in some serious problem, because this Gemini is going to be fired, because they're going to be recognizing that this Gemini didn't speak the truth. There's some sort of a eluded situation with communications or with data, and they're going to be recognized that a Gemini did not speak the truth. Okay, so be aware of this, because this situation is going to be coming up. However you need to deal with the situation has to be dealt with in the correct way, and by dealing with the situation in the correct way, you are going to be elevating to a higher level, because you're going to be opening up and showing up the disillusion of people and situation, that people were creating some sort of a disillusion around you Sagittarian. So be aware of this. I am saying to you, if you want to see the extended of this reading, follow us to the other side or not. We are going to be looking at other stuff. Namaste.